Beyond the podcast of 1984. Beyond the podcast of 1984. Beyond the podcast of 1984.
Oh boy, hey, here we go. Another episode of Beyond the Podcast of 1984 with your very exciting endoparasitic host crawling into your ear and then into your brain, something like that, the bizarre alien. I tried to do an episode the other night and I screwed up, so I deleted it. I think I was blabbing for like 25 minutes, but it was really stupid and it was pointless. And I ended up, I wasn't in a very good mood. And here's the deal. I'm not being fake, but I really don't want to spend a lot of time, whining about stuff that's pointless and wasting my time, because this show is supposed to be about, I'm talking about lots of fun stuff. And, sometimes I delve into some crummy stuff, which is normal, happens. But seriously, it's called Beyond the Podcast in 1984 because I had some great times in 1984, and I'm definitely going to be doing more episodes talking about that era. But this episode, and wow, I didn't even write this on my note here. I had some notes I wrote, and I was actually trying to go buy them the other day, and I failed on that. So anyhow, hey, I'm exciting. I know I am. I know you're excited hearing my exciting, super upbeat voice. Yee. Anyways, I'm doing okay. Anybody that knows me who's listening to us, which sucks that I've actually tried to tell more friends about the show, and some friends don't even like podcasts. They think they're dumb. And then other people are like, they're probably too busy. That's fine. But anyways, if you listen to my show, I really appreciate it. And always a big thanks and lots of love to my buddy Tim for producing this. Thank you again for making one of my dreams come true, buddy. I really appreciate it. So anyhow, this episode, part of it at least, is dedicated to the year 1987. And I would like to say that something very special is my guitar that I've owned since 1987 is now, God, what was it? What's my guitar, like 37 years old now, I think? July 87. I'm pretty sure I'm doing the math right. You know what? I should actually try something here real fast because I just realized, oh, man. See, let me try something here real fast, okay? I don't want to look at that. Okay, I got let's call this my secretary. Here we go again. Technology, man. Oh, I don't want, get off of here. Get off of here. I hate when this happens. No, I'm trying to do something. I'm already screwing this episode up. Okay, here we go. You ready? 1987 subtract 2024.
1,987 minus 2.
All right, thank you. That's 37 years. Okay, my guitar, happy birthday to my beautiful guitar, 37 years old. And for the last time, which is funny because I don't think I've never talked about my guitar on here. And I apologize to her. People ask me, and whenever I do talk about my guitar, oh, what kind of guitar is it? I go, made in China. No, I mean, what kind of brand is it? It's a made in China. I got it from Air Force Catalog in July of 1987. I had a job at a dining hall on the Air Force Base in Han, Germany. And I got to say, my guitar is the best thing I've ever bought. I had a job for the summer, and I don't think I even saved any money. I think I just got a check for like $100, which back then was... Well, it's still not that bad. I mean, I didn't work full time, so wah. Anyhow, happy birthday to my lovely guitar. Played her the other night. It's a beautiful maroon guitar, lots of scratches and scars, and I've had my guitar rebuilt once. I've had it probably restring probably not that many times, maybe 5 times, which is not good. Anyhow, my guitar is very special to me. I've used my guitar on the Earwigs Holocaust tape from 91. and a bunch of random stuff, A lot of times when I do noise, I played live. What was it? 96, my first real show at the United Westminster Church downtown. I used to have some friends that did set up shows they're called For the Kids Productions, and they're a bunch of good gals and guys. I say gals because my friend Angie was really behind that. And hey, man, let's give her credit where credit's due. And I appreciate that. Apparently, the Earwigs were the first is the word secular right? Because that church is pretty cool. They weren't judgmental like all these other churches, but anybody's welcome. And the Reverend there was really cool. In fact, he showed up one time. Well, he showed up at my first show. Earwigs were like the first like non-religious, if you want to say, band that played there, and it was a lot of fun. And a lot of people were like, "What the heck?" Because they thought it was going to be a punk show, so it's pretty good. I apparently offended some people. I don't care. I didn't even say anything. I'm just talking about because of what my buddy Adam and I had him as my guest. We did just a big wall of crazy noise, and I was playing my guitar with a metal pipe, and I had thick hair back then, man. I still got long hair, but my hair was like thicker back then, and we had a lot of fun. No song titles, nothing. Just did a bunch of noise with like a Juno and Rap Man, and we had some other stuff going, a couple of pedals, and it was a lot of fun. It was mainly noise-strumental, if that's the right word. No, not really any vocals. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. And I still laugh because right in the middle of the set, my friend Angie came up to me and she goes, "Let's do some Disc Stash." And that was a project that we did years ago. We did one recording, and I'm trying to get that out now. But it was like a total parody of like disccore bands, and it was a lot of fun. Really loved it. But I'm like, no, I'm doing the Earwigs, and I thought it was just kind of funny because you could see it in a video, and she played guitar for a little bit, just a bunch of noise and stuff. But, anyways, it's just a really good memory. I wanted to like talk about my guitar. I've got another guitar that I bought. I think it's about 4 years now. Nice guitar. I feel like a fool because I can't remember what kind of guitar it is. It's a 6-string black guitar, really nice. I play it too. It's definitely in tune compared to my girl. She's always down tuned, and I like it that way. Just kind of that Carcass sound, which I like, the first Carcass album. Anyhow, so happy birthday to my guitar. I love you. And I'm going to have you until I pass away and then hopefully beyond. My guitar is pretty dang special. And I got a lot of other instruments. I'll talk about those sometime. Anyhow, so I had my colonoscopy Monday. That was a really interesting experience. I got to say, it was relief when everything was done. Because I had to fast for 2 days. And I got to tell you, man, Monday evening, I was so freaking hungry. I ate probably the most food I've ever eaten. Maybe not, but I ate a lot of food. Drank like 3 booblies, which I really like that stuff, and I drink a lot of water. I was finally able to get back on my pills because I didn't get to take too many of them. I did take my lisinopril very early in the morning before I had a procedure, and then I couldn't drink water for like 6 hours, so I was really dehydrated. And anyhow, it was really weird. The fasting part really sucked. In fact, when I got to the doctors, my buddy John, who I'm eternally grateful for, thank you, man, for the ride there and also waiting. I appreciate your patience and kindness, brother. The fasting part was, oh God, it was a pain in the ass. I mean, the funny thing is my stomach didn't really get too upset, like it only started growling probably about, I'd say about an hour before I had my procedure done. But anyways, the procedure was really simple. I don't remember it at all. All I remember is that as soon as I zoned out, I passed out, zoned out, passed out, man, combination. I was in a black room, and all of a sudden I was in a weird dream. I don't remember my dream right now, but it was really freaking weird. And then I woke up, and there's a doctor, and I'm pretty sure he said something like, "Hello, Mr. Stiles, we finished your procedure." And it was really weird, man. It was really surreal, and I was definitely kind of out of it. But I invited my buddy. Long story short, not to go into all this detail, we went to Walmart. I got a bunch of food, and then we went to Taco Bell. So I found out I had a little bit more money than I thought, thank goodness, and I wanted to get my buddy something. So we got stuff. Then, of course, got the wrong order as usual, cheese in it, which I don't eat cheese. Anyways, they gave me those burritos for free, and then I got new ones, and I gave my other ones to my buddy Jarrett, so that was cool. Because I wanted to do something nice for the guy. But anyhow, what a weird experience. Just, 2 days of fasting. I mean, and then I found out, I could have drank decaf. I could have drank that the day before, but I didn't know it because the instructions really didn't make sense. And I got to tell you, man, I was being pretty hardcore about it. I wanted to make sure that I did it right, because if you don't clear your colon out, doing that, you have to go back again eventually. And it's like, wow. So anyways, I was really strict about everything. I did try to drink a lot of water. I did drink one. I keep mentioning this stuff. I'm not sponsoring them. I just really enjoy it because I get a nice little, it's like the refreshing taste, but Buble. I drank a lime one, and that was fine. But yeah, when I that night when I came home, I ate so much food. Anyways, I'm really happy to say that I passed with flying colors. No cancer, no polyps, no nothing. They said that my colon was really clean, and I was really grateful. But it's funny because even the surgeon that did the procedure said, it's kind of strange that my fecal test that I had a while back, that they found something. It wasn't necessarily anything bad, but he said, yeah, nothing wrong with you. And I'm like, oh, wow. And we'll see you in 10 years. And just a bunch of nice people, nice nurses. And the one thing I want to say before I move on is they really made my evening. This gal, one of the nurses that I was talking to, we ended up getting to a big conversation as I was being prepped, in my IV and everything. We're talking about comedy and British comedy and, predominantly British comedy, but, like Monty Python. And then I was telling her, like, yeah, I was doing comedy for a while, and then I did my Schwarzenegger voice, and I ended up having two other nurses show up, and they wanted to hear my impressions, and they were really very kind and, just laughing and said, man, it's awesome. Do you do comedy? And I'm like, I used to. The funny thing is, I don't think I ever really stopped, but, and I've already talked about it. I don't need to get into it. If you heard the episode before, you know that I've talked about a little bit of my comedy. Anyways, who cares? Hey, I'm repeating myself. But yeah, I did try to do comedy, and I don't think I was very good. I gave up. Then when I was going to go back to it, COVID hit. And I haven't done any stand-up since. The thing is, I love comedy, especially weird comedy. And I'm done saying, I'll never do it again. You never know. I might. At least even if I just do it by myself with a backdrop behind me doing it upstairs in my house. I don't know. Anyhow. So yeah, I'm really happy about my, that part of my health. I'm still trying to bring my blood pressure down. Apparently it did go down more, which is good. But my diabetes, I'm hoping to get my glucose tester things working, which they should. And I could test I don't mind. It doesn't hurt that bad to test my blood, but I need to get that going, man. But anyway, here you are, folks. You're listening to Beyond the Podcast of 1984. What else happened in 1987? I was just talking about my guitar that I got, but it's around the time that I was super, super head over heels in the music. And just to bore people out there that hate lists, I'm going to go ahead and give you a list. It's because I don't care. This is my show. As I say every time, if you're bored or you don't like it or you hate my voice, there's thousands of the other podcasts out there. So for those that like lists, and I'd like to give a shout out to my friend Andy from Captain Three Leg and Mortville Records and his new band, which I apologize, I can't remember the name of your band now, buddy. But I always loved his top 10s. He used to do that on Facebook. He'd put like a list of probably like 20 to 25 albums that he was listening to, and I always thought that was fun. I actually love reading top lists of people's like favorite movies or music or whatever. So anyhow, yeah, at the time, albums I was really into. Did I just screw that up? No, I didn't. Oh, we're good. Oh, that could have been a technical difficulty. But I was listening to a lot of hard rock and, pardon me, some metal stuff. Really just sit in my room, my headphones on, reading Fangoria, or at the time I was mostly reading V.C. Andrews books. And then, but my favorite albums. Oh, excuse me, Tim. I bet Tim's having fun. It's like, what are you doing, man? My brain just fell out of my head. So I was like listening to like big time like Rat, their self-titled EP, and then Out of the Cellar, Queensryche, Rage for Order, Ozzy's Ultimate Sin, and I was really into Manowar, Fighting the World, and then of course, what was it? Van Halen, 5150, which I want to get that back in my life. I actually missed that album. It's been a long time, a very long time. That's like the only post David Lee Roth era that I like. But I was listening to that album a lot, and of course, but let's go down the list. Dokken, Under Lock and Key, Scorpions, Animal Magnetism, Judas Priest, Screaming for Vengeance, and of course Defenders of the Faith. Oh, and Turbo. There was like a lot of stuff. Shoot, I loved Halloween's Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 1. And God, there's a lot of stuff. I remember YNT, Contagious. And these are all cassettes. I was going to say, I'll just say cassette because that's all I had back then. I had cassettes. I think I had one LP. It was actually a mini LP, but I had Overkill's Fuck You.
You're still afraid?
Stop it now! I mean it!
He's coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're ignorant!
He's coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it! You're acting like a
He's
child!
coming for you. Look, here he comes.
Now he'll hear you!
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here, BCA. Tune in to BCA's Podcast Weekly on Beyond the Podcast of 1984. BTP 1984.com. Beyond the Podcast of 1984.
Beyond the podcast of 1984.
So you don't have to beat that out, buddy. But it's that live 12-inch, which I miss. I had that. I think my parents probably threw that away. It was a live album, and it was great. It was more of an EP. It wasn't like a full-length long album, but it was pretty cool. I had the uncensored one. Because they re-released it over here, and it's just a generic white cover. It says F.U. Like, what a joke. It's a white cover. It's like, yeah, only in America. It's total censorship. In Germany, records sitting right there on the shelf. Nobody blinked an eye, but yeah. Greatest, freest country in the world. What a joke. Yeah, right. Anyhow, God, I was listening to a lot of music. Pink Floyd, Momentary Lapse of Reason, and just name all bunch of their other stuff, I don't need to go down the list, but, just freaking a lot of music. I'm not embarrassed to admit it. There's like some Christian band that I was really into at the time called DeGarmo and the Key. It was like, buy this cassette and you get a free one with it so you could spread the word of God and Christ to your friends. And I gave it to a friend of mine, and I liked it back then. I don't think I'd get into it now. It's not because it's like Christian music. It's just, it was kind of lame, but I'm not a really big fan of, I will just say faith-based music. Yeah. So, yeah, during that time, I spent a lot of time alone. So even on the weekends, a lot of times I would just sit down in my room and listening to music. And it was very therapeutic for me. It was very fun because I was dealing with a whole bunch of crap. So I liked being by myself. And if I wasn't listening to, actually, no, the funny thing is, if I wasn't listening to music, I was drawing. I was probably drawing while I was listening to music. And then my best friend at the time, Wayne, rest in peace, we would write each other really super long letters because I was living in Germany, and he ended up, I think that's what his family finally moved to Spokane. Yeah, because a couple of years later I ended up in Idaho, and we hung out a lot. So let me see something here, man. Okay, let me do it. Apologize for that. Sorry about that. Sorry, Tim. I hope that's not screwing up the show. But I spent a lot of time alone. I still like being alone. One of my favorite things to do is just sitting in the room with the lights off, drinking bubbly. Yeah, there we go again. Like I said, I'm not being sponsored by it. I wouldn't mind getting a bunch of free cases, though. Sitting in my room with the lights off with my cats hanging out with me. So I'm not fully alone, and I love it. They hang out with me, and I watch all kinds of crazy movies, man. Love movies. I've definitely broadened my horizons with a lot of the genres that I like. I mean, my favorites are still horror, sci-fi horror, monster, slasher, splatter, giallo. But I watch a lot of other stuff too. I mean, last few years, I've enjoyed a lot of non-horror, non-action, which I love action, 80s action big time, and I like a lot of newer action films. But no, I've really enjoyed a lot of movies in the last probably 3 or 4 years. Like, what was that? Bad Times at the... God, what was that movie? That's not the Royal. Bad Times at the El Royale, which is a great... I don't have my reference guide here. Oh my God, what's that? See, I'm getting a brain fart, and when this happens and I get frustrated, I will turn the show off and I will delete the entire episode. And I'm not going to do that, man. I'm not going to do that because here I am. And did I even mention this is episode 15? Yes, we're at episode 15. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is probably my second to the last episode for season 2. And all I'm going to say is the next episode is going to be pretty dang special. But yeah, what was my point? Oh no, I'm getting off track again. Oh my God. The fans are screaming and crying. It's like, why does this guy, he's on a subject and I'm getting back on the subject. I was talking about non-horror, basically the movies that I've enjoyed that aren't in the genre that I normally love. I cannot remember the name of the movie. This is going to drive me nuts. Okay, anyways, like movies like The Green Room, geez. And then some more kind of gritty stuff like Dragged Under Concrete, Riot. I cannot. Was it? Oh my God. I gotta apologize to myself. I would apologize to you people, but you're not doing the show. I am. Oh, Inherent Vice. That is an excellent freaking movie with Joaquin Phoenix. And then there's Bad Times at the El Royale, which is another great movie. It's got a great cast. The Green Book was just a very touching film. Really enjoyed that. And I mean, newer, later action films like Red 1 and 2. And you can say what you want, folks. I love all 3 of the Taken films. I had a couple friends saying, oh man, only watch the first one. I actually own the special editions of all 3. And I thought part 3 was actually a lot better than part 2. But I love Liam Neeson. I'll watch just about anything with that guy because I think he is a great actor. And you could say, oh yeah, all those movies are the same. And you know what? A lot of them are similar, but it's like, I don't care. I think he's a great actor. I have 14 of his films now, and I've got 46 or 47 Nicolas Cage films. I could go on. And I got to say, if I could remind myself of this, I could definitely get to do an episode dedicated to Mr. Cage, because I've always liked him, but I've become a really, really big fan in the last probably like 2 years, because I've just gone crazy collecting his films. And I've been entertained by pretty much everything that he's done. But, of course, if I wasn't a fan, I wouldn't own 46 films by Nicolas Cage. Ha, 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 ha. Oh, man. Okay, I'm looking at my notes now. People with no sense of humor are boring. And people that are offended by everything are boring. And you know what? I stand by that. So that's a little note. Was it concentrating is difficult? Yes, it is. I don't know if I have ADHD. I know I got some kind of problem. I have a hard time concentrating. It's been going on since I was a wee lad. And I'm really trying to focus on things. And I admit, that's one bad thing about the show is it's not really a complaint, but I understand you guys that have brought this up. That thank you for the kind words that you like the show, but yeah, sometimes I get on a subject and then I kind of space it off. I have a bad habit of doing that, and if you know me personally, you know that I kind of do that in real life, and I feel bad. I'm really trying, man. So what was my other thing I was going to say? Ooh, stuff I like gets trashed on. Rick and Morty, new Star Wars films, some newer horror films. You know, I don't care. Here's my deal. I love Rick and Morty. I love all the new Star Wars movies. And I'm so sick and tired of people saying, well, I don't like them because they're all new. It's like, they are new. They take place 40 years after the original one, dummy. If you don't like it, don't watch them. But the biggest complaint I hear is really stupid. It's not from my friends, but it's from other people that are like, these idiots are like, oh, what do you have, like a Asian woman or a black person? I'm like, shut the hell up, you racist pieces of trash. Why don't you go follow Hitler? End of story. You don't like them, don't watch them. Oh, Disney's ruining everything. Then don't watch them. End of story. Find something positive, man. The stuff I don't like either. Guess what? I'm not wasting my time talking about stuff I don't like. I don't like you. I don't like your borderline Nazi attitude, crap, racist garbage. I mean, I'm not some ultra, and I hate the word PC and anti-PC. I'm just an individual. I care, okay? I'm just tired of like these people that, you know, oh, Star Wars is woke, or they get all this. What's wrong with diversity? I mean, if you're forcing someone on somebody, that's kind of dumb. But here's the deal: Star Wars. If you watch Star Wars, there's a black guy in what was it? Empire Strikes Back. Oh my God, Lando Calrissian. How dare they put a black guy in there? Shut the hell up. Anyways, I love Rick and Morty. I love all the new Star Wars movies. I thought Rogue One was great. I thought the Han Solo story was pretty cool. I like the trilogy. Are they as good as the originals? Of course not. But then again, why do you call them originals? Oh, they're not remakes. Even though Force Awakens is a lot like A New Hope. Oh, well. Hey, it's like anything else. If you don't like something, don't look at it, don't listen to it, don't experience it. I'm not a huge fan of the prequels, but hey, I own them, and I don't think they're the worst movies ever made. They're not the greatest, but hey, man, you know what? There's worse stuff out there. So, life is too short. Just dig what you dig, okay? Please, just dig what you dig. And if you don't like it, I mean, I understand it. I'm complaining about people complaining, so I'm being kind of a hypocrite here. Hallmark films with animal abuse. I don't know what the hell that means. Most will. Oh, okay. Sort of like, is it stuff that I don't like? Here's the deal. So yeah, I can't stand Hallmark movies. Yet I find myself almost getting caught, like not caught, but stuck watching them, and they're just, oh my God, they're horrible. But my thing is, if you like Hallmark films, then watch them, man. I'm not gonna rag on somebody for liking them. That's your choice, man. You know, dig what you dig, because life is too short. I don't care. I'm gonna die. That's why I had to get my colonoscopy done. I want to make sure I didn't have cancer or anything, which I'm really grateful that I don't. But I hate movies with animal abuse, real animal cruelty. And my stance is I hate most cannibal films, and I don't own them, and I won't watch them because, yeah, what's done is done. I don't care. I don't want to watch it. I don't want to see some animal getting chopped up and killed and eaten alive and any of that puke. I think it's crap. And that's why I still want to see Green Inferno by Eli Roth, because I know there's none of that crap in it. And I guess that movie really upset a lot of people. It sounds good to me. Cannibalism, oh my God. What about the people getting killed? Those people aren't real dummies. It's just a cannibal holocaust. Nobody really died in that movie except the animals did, the spider did, and I don't like it. And that's my thing. If you like those movies, then enjoy and watch them. Just don't get me to watch them, because I'm not going to watch that vomit. Yeah. Another episode of my show that's kind of going all over the place as usual. Will Smith. I really liked him in Suicide Squad. I thought he was cool in that. And I have all 3 Bad Boys films, but I've only ever seen most of the second one. I need to have a Bad Boys fest. But no, I don't hate Will Smith. I really liked DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. I thought their music was cool. Not a big fan of a lot of his films, kind of like The Rock. Like, I bet Will Smith is probably a nice guy. It's like, I think The Rock is probably a cool guy. I loved his wrestling career, and I like a couple movies with The Rock, but I'm really not a big fan overall because a lot of his films don't appeal to me. Just like the Transformers movies, which I can't stand. I think those are really boring. But that's my opinion. My best friend, rest in peace, Mike, loved the first Transformers movies. And who knows, he might have liked the rest of them. I know he loved the animation. I like the cartoon personally a lot better. In fact, I've got season 1. I got it for free. What was it, last summer? Oh my God, I'm sorry. I haven't watched it yet. I've watched the show before back in like the 80s, but have not revisited Transformers in a long time. So yeah, is there a point to this episode? Is it a point to anything? What else? I was talking about 1987. Now I'm kind of like gone off the cliff, man. People, okay, I already said that, but I met plenty of really dull people with no sense of humor, and then they don't like me. They like, people are like, well, maybe you should just try to chill out. For you, here's the deal. Everybody in this world is different. I've annoyed people. I've been told that I'm kind of overwhelming. I've told that I'm nuts. Like all kinds of insults. But here's the deal. I'm me, man. I'm not putting on an act. I'm being natural here as I talk here, as I record my voice for this episode. And I appreciate that some people have told me that that's what they like about me is I'm honest. Why should I put on an act, man? Growing up, I had to put on an act a lot, unless I was by myself. Of course, if I was by myself, I didn't talk much. Although I've been caught in public talking to myself, and I'm like, yes, I am talking to myself, and we're having a great conversation. Some people don't like that. They think, oh man, you're just gotta, keep it chill and not talk. It's like, well, just because you don't have anything to say, you don't need to push it on me. And I find that funny too. When people, they want you to be like them. It's like, I'm not asking people to be like me. I wish there was more sense of humor in this world. And I'm not talking about crude sense of humor, like just being a jerk or anything like that, because that's not really cool. But hey, some people are like that, man. And you know what? Everybody's different. And my thing is, I'm probably repeating myself, but I'm just being me. If you don't like it, don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't acknowledge my existence. I've got plenty of people that don't like me, but I'm not going to put on an act to be something that I'm not. But I'm just grateful that I could do this show. And I got to say, speaking of this show and podcasts in general, I was getting a little down recently thinking like, why am I doing this? There's so many podcasts out there. There's a lot. There's probably thousands now. And I'm thinking, am I really making a mark on this world? Do I really need to? Does it matter? Nah. I'm just glad that there's people out there that will listen to this. It's been, like a month? I'm still giddy that we made it, apparently made it on some top, I don't know, was it top 100 or something over in Japan? That makes me really happy. Thanks, folks. And I want to thank everybody that listens to the show. It means a lot to me. I mean, you could be doing something else. So I want to give a shout out to my friend Dylan Hauser, and my friend Laura, and your kitty cats. Oh, yeah, Dylan, of course, you and your lady and your kitties. I want to thank everybody that's listened to this show, and I have been trying to spread the word. I need to do it again. But thanks to everybody that listens to this show. I appreciate it. And I'm going to try to get back to the point of, like, what the show is about, talking about, the quote unquote old days of like noise freak weirdos and, my favorite movies and anime and music and noise and just, a bunch of bizarre alien stuff. As far as, like the earwigs, I still have not put together anything for that double LP. I've got an SD card for it. I want to just try to compile stuff for it, and hopefully that'll be good enough and be cool. And then my flyers and art and whatever else for it. But I do want to do this. It's on my mind. I haven't given up, even though I felt like maybe I should again. Nope. Finally got my last album together from over 3 years ago. It's just a matter of putting it all in the box because it's a special packaged release. Duh. I still laugh at special packaging, but it's kind of cool. And then my 3-way split, the earwigs, Organized Dorks, Bruce Hormond, and a bunch of other stuff. My problem is I take notes, I write notes down, and then I forgot them, and then I don't think about it because I'm stressed or kind of depressed, and it gets really old. I hate getting stressed out, but I've been dealing with a lot of stuff. I'm trying to deal with these big hospital bills, making calls, can't get hold of people. But hey, man, I'm not done yet. But trying to focus on my band, getting stuff done, and I like to say, I've never played a show again. I don't like this town, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I will play a show again. I'm kind of tired, and this is for my friend Maya, but I want to thank you for being my friend and also listening to me. My whole be-all, end-all thing has been really lame. I know I've done that to you, and I've done that to a few other people where I'm like, I'm just going to quit. It's like, what's the point of doing whatever, It's like not talking to a friend or not doing something or, whatever. Anyhow, it's extremely late. I'm tired. I'm a little out of it, but I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be alive. So thank you for listening to me. And always thanks to people supporting the show. And, I haven't said it in a couple episodes, but hey, if you want to leave a comment, you can. So I'm really hoping season 3, maybe we'll have a bunch of comments by then and stuff, and then we could put them up on the site and maybe, I don't know, answer stuff on there and then also in the episodes. But yeah, like I said, this particular episode is episode 15, and this is probably the last, I don't want to say normal episode, but this is probably going to be the last, second to the last episode, unless something miraculous happens and I get excited. Probably not. Anyways, the next episode is going to be a very special one. It's been a very long awaited one. I'm not going to say what it is. You just have to listen to it. You'll see it on the title. What time is it? Oh, man. Yeah, we've been going on for a while, haven't we? Or me, myself, and I. And I think I'm pretty much done with my notes. I don't think there's anything else here to blab about. But yeah, all you people out there are half asleep. I don't know what times people listen to this. I know Dylan said he listens to it he listens to it really late at night. So thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Let's just say 1987. Oh, it's on here too. It was 37 years. Okay. So yeah, man, other than all this, dealing with crap, dealing with issues at my house, trying to call the landlord 4 times earlier. No call back. I figures I'm going to try again. Wow, man. Anyways, yeah, any comments, insults, questions, praises, whatever. You could go to the website, man. It's real easy to find. I mean, if you type in Beyond the Podcast in 1984, a buttload of stuff pops up now. There's even like sites on there I didn't even know about. I'm like, oh, wow. And yeah, I'm an egotist. Sure. I mean, who doesn't look up themselves sometimes and stuff they do? I think it's cool. I think it's fun. I'm glad that people take the time to, appreciate, talk about your art and stuff, put it up online, and it means a lot to me. So yeah, you can check it out. It's BTPO1984.com. I still haven't figured out the Buzzsprout thing, but anyways, I think that's part of that whole thing. But yeah, we'd appreciate it. And we being my buddy Tim and I, we'd appreciate any comments, questions, suggestions, insults, whatever, man. Anything is cool. We're also, donations or whatever. I tell you what, you send money and you will get buttons, very cool, solid, kick-ass buttons that Tim's made. And we got our Blu-ray. It's going to be coming out later this year. And it's going to be a very special version. Same Blu-ray, but with some cool extra stuff that you can get. And I'm pretty excited about it because I really would like people to see our short films. And now I'm at the stage where I'm mumbling, I'm rambling, my brain doesn't work. I just fell down the stairs and I'm laying here. Not really. Anyhow, okay. This has been the Bizarre Alien, and you've been listening to Beyond the Podcast in 1984, episode 15, July 27th, 2024. Prepare for the next episode, man. It's going to be a crazy one. It's going to be, might be long, might be short. I don't know. It depends on how much stuff I can blab about this particular thing. But it's one I'm really excited about. And if you're still awake, you're still listening to this, thanks a lot. So, as usual, take care, stay sick. Don't forget to change your underwear. Keep watching the skies. And as I say to everybody, keep the filth. Because the faith may let you down, but the filth will always stay with you. And even if you bathe, you still got a lot of germs, buddy. So, thanks again. And as always, if my space queen is out there and you hear this, please come down and visit me and my kitties. I'm lonely. I miss you. I love you. And, man, yeah, that'd be nice. So, okay, until next time, Nanu. We'll, we shall return. That's all I don't know. Stop.
Beyond the podcast of 1984.
Beyond the podcast
What is this?
It's Beyond the Podcast of 1984.
Well?
It's just BCA.
Better not be. I warn you, for many years, I have been training as an acrobat. Know a lot of tricks.
Well, then show us on btp1984.com.
Of course I wouldn't. Hey! Well,
BCA finds it very hilarious. Maybe you could tune in and listen to the show, btp1984.com.
sure. What do you think I am? A fake?
Are you a diehard fan of Beyond the Podcast of 1984? Do you want to show off your love for the podcast in style? Well, look no further. Introducing our exclusive podcast merch line. From t-shirts that will make you the envy of all your alien friends, to hats that will keep you looking freaky while repping your favorite podcast. We've got everything you need to take your Beyond the Podcast of 1984 fandom to the next level. So don't wait. Head to btp1984.com now and grab yourself some podcast merch before it's all gone. And remember, wearing BCA's merch will automatically make you funnier and more attractive. Get your Beyond the Podcast of 1984 merch today and join BCA's podcast revolution.